because at 12, Slovakia will start the ice hockey match with Canada. We made it to the quarterfinal in Helsinki. I know you play basketball, yeah? Yeah, so we play ice hockey in Slovakia, and it's very important for us today. The whole Slovakia will be stacked and will watch the match, yeah? And hopefully you will cross your fingers for Slovakia, yeah? Yeah. Ačiū. Okay, so you have heard some keynotes about the cloud from different companies like VMware. You will hear from EMC. So I will try to to share with you some, basically my views, yeah, which more or less correspond with the corporate view. What is the reality as of today, yeah, where we stay with the cloud offerings from VMware, and how we integrate probably with other partners. Yeah. So I will just start with the overview, our kind of a product line overview, because very few people know that we are not only one product company. Yeah? So most of you are already here in our virtual infrastructure layer. So how many people here have vSphere, VMware vSphere? Yeah, that's usually what we see. It should be 80% according to Gartner. In some countries it varies, but the global market share of VMware is 80%, yeah, and staying. Yeah, we are struggling to get a little bit more, yeah, but we believe 80% is something we call dominance. Yeah? And by the way, we will come with 5.1, which is not that major release very soon. Usually we do a public beta or private beta sometimes. This year we realized that it's probably not the best approach, because the other company will come with big announcement, Hyper-V Release 3. So we don't want to teach them what they should announce. Yeah? So we will come with the new functionality, stay focused. It will be July time frame during the summer. It's probably not the best time. But definitely we will keep our 12-month product cycle. So we will keep innovating also in this space. And of course, we are also working with our cloud partners. We have like 2,400 globally. And I hope very, very soon we will have a few in Lithuania. We are on track. We are trying to sign a contract with some companies here, because you have companies like BDC here, which are more or less cloud-enabled already. Yeah? So how many programmers we have here? Yeah, I don't know where programmers are. They're probably already only in India, some left, or yeah, nobody is programming in Lithuania. Okay. That's strange, yeah, because when I joined IT, yeah, when I graduated in '85, IT was basically programming. Yeah, everybody who was an IT specialist, that means he was programming. So I did it in Fortran. Yeah, you remember Fortran? Very, very old thing. Yeah. So for us, this is the most critical part, this green part, yeah, because we believe that the future of VMware is actually here. Yeah. So in the amount or the how many applications will be there ready to be used on the market, and these things should help you to bring better applications faster to the market. So this is nothing else but application framework, enterprise application framework, and people are betting on different type of programming languages. So we have betted on Java. So this is all about Java here. Yeah. So like 3 years ago, we acquired a company which is called SpringSource, and this is the application framework for Java developers. Something like 2 million people. I have heard. I haven't seen a single one yet, but I have been told that 2 million people on daily basis are using this thing to develop new applications. Yeah. And in the future, you will still see us more and more on app stores, Android application markets, and maybe we will open also our internet shop for our own applications. By the way, you know that you can buy vSphere on our website already today, if you have a credit card. Yeah. So you will see us more and more here, and you will see my manager, Mr. Konkiewicz. He will cover this part later on today. And you see this slide is horizontally divided into three layers. Infrastructure, or infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service, and then it's vertically split it, So most of our products, you still can buy something as a license, We call it on-premise, but you can also start to use our products from hosting or cloud companies, so as a service type of use, So we are offering basically both ways. So it's something we call flexibility. So even today, I believe in Lithuania, you don't need to buy vSphere. You can host your VMs with some cloud providers which already exist here. Okay, so that's VMware today, and we jump to the topic, which is journey to the cloud. So you have heard that HP just announced the new Proliant generation, G8, as far as I remember. And probably most of people here, you know how much they charge you, What is the price for such entry server? $1,000 probably, So more or less this is well known, But how many people here know how much it costs you to run a virtual server per hour? It's a very specific calculation. It cannot be generalized, this thing, because you need different virtual servers, But basically, you and especially your managers will be challenged very soon, and some of them are already challenged. So they will not be asked what is the budget, how much they want to spend for IT. They will be asked, by the way, what is the price to run a server load in our company per 1 hour? And you see these numbers are very, very small. It's in dollars, in euro. Sorry for the slide, I should click on Europe, So it will be the same in euro cents, more or less, And I am more or less sure that none of the companies which operated in Lithuania, you can match this. The reason is very simple. This is the price list of Amazon, and Amazon is basically betting on this. So the money they acquire from retail, they're basically investing here, and for some selected customers, they're offering very, very competitive pricing. And we did our exercise at VMware, and we found out that basically even that we don't charge ourselves for vSpheres, for us vSphere is free of charge, we cannot match this pricing. So it's quite funny. So whether we call it cloud or not cloud, we are talking about more efficiency, more agility, and I would say more value for less money. So that's the start of every discussion. How you can get there to these 10 cents per VM per hour with VMware? Basically, we don't want you to switch, to forget what you have and to switch to something new. Just opposite, we want you to continue to use our vSphere family of products, but kind of a suggestion from my side, most of you are probably using these low-level editions, because I don't know who is telling you that vSphere is expensive. I hope not our partners. Igor, you don't tell your customer that vSphere is expensive, No, okay. So vSphere is affordable, let's say. Maybe we are not cheap, but it's affordable. But still, we see that most of the customers are kind of stick to this essential plus kit standard editions, we see few enterprise editions, yeah, but we believe the journey to the cloud is through the Enterprise Plus edition, yeah. Not only because Enterprise Plus edition gives you more VRAM entitlement, you know, we switch to VRAM licensing, yeah, but also it gives you much more of this automation and management than the other editions. Yeah, you know that in Enterprise Plus you have distributed virtual switch, you have network I/O control, and all these functionalities, which will help you to come to the bigger scale. Yeah, and once you have a bigger scale on the same IT infrastructure, this gives you better, you know, dollar per investment. So, and the last thing, if you want to convince your employees, I mean your colleagues, that your IT is finally in the private cloud, you have to change something, yeah? And this change, we suggest that you implement in your IT organization this presentation layer, which we call vCloud Director, and basically which gives your users, your colleagues, kind of a supermarket for IT, yeah, where they will be able to do something on their own, yeah. So to create their virtual servers, yeah, to deploy new applications on that virtual servers, and basically you give them the tool, and they will start to use it. Yeah. This is not, you know, this thing has one requirement, basically two requirements. Yeah, it needs a certain scale of the organization. Yeah, so if you are working for a company which is like 100 people, yeah, it's probably not the early adopter of this technology. Yeah, but I believe in Lithuania there are quite a few companies which are rather in thousands, yeah, yeah, or even more employees. Yeah, so you will see them moving here very soon. Yeah, so that's one requirement, scale. And of course, the IT organizations in our countries are still hidden inside the organization. Yeah, they are not a separate entity, and there is no profit and loss. They are not working on this profit and loss model. Yeah, so if you really want to come to something we call private cloud, you have to make these things transparent. Yeah, so there will be IT organization which will provide services to the other part of the organization, like financial, HR, marketing division, if you have some production division. And this service will be charged, yeah? And there will be a really transparent relationship between these companies. So it will be, it should be somewhere here. So it will be no more IT discussion, it will be business discussion. IT will become the part of the overall business of the organization. So, so once you have this private cloud, that's cool, yeah, that's better than the old physical IT. But basically the cloud itself is about something newer and better. And so basically, cloud is about flexibility and ability to increase your IT on demand. Yeah? And how we do it? Of course, our market presence, 80% in this private cloud market, is a good start in discussion with these public cloud providers. Yeah? So they believe that there will be market for vSphere-enabled virtual machines. Yeah? So we created an ecosystem of cloud service providers. Yeah? And the missing thing is basically the connection between it. And this is a little piece of software which is called vCloud Connector, which, like almost everything from VMware, is free of charge. Yeah? You can download it and start to use it. So basically, if you want to use this model today, all you need is to go to website vcloud.vmware.com, download vCloud Connector, install it in your vCenter server, and check some vCloud providers which offer you test drive, and you can try it today. Yeah? I will show you also on the web this page. So why this is, we believe that attractive. So imagine today, if you have a discussion inside your organization that your IT is too expensive, we have to outsource it. Yeah? These discussions, I don't know whether they are common in Lithuania, but they are, there are companies like HP, IBM, who can basically outsource your IT. Yeah? And this discussion is tough. Yeah? This discussion can be there for, every year. Yeah? And it's to be or not to be, usually, discussion. Yeah? Either you will keep your own IT, or you will outsource to these big players. And that means sometimes very nasty conclusions to you. Yeah? So once your IT is being outsourced, sometimes you lose your job. Yeah? Simple as that. Yeah? So with this, yeah, this discussion is over, basically, because with this technology, you can make a decision whether to go to the public cloud or not, basically on Monday, yeah, during your regular meetings with your management, and then on Tuesday you can basically move some of your virtual servers to the public cloud provider. Okay? And since you have like 2,600, you will not be locked with one. Yeah? And if the one will not deliver the SLA like you had in the contract, basically nothing prevents you to move on a daily basis. Yeah? So this is kind of flexibility you can get with our model today. We call it, for some reasons, hybrid cloud, because it's both words, yeah? Public and private. But I don't like this number, this name hybrid. Yeah? Hybrid is something you don't like. Yeah? It's not natural. Yeah? So our marketing is coming also now with the term your cloud. Yeah? So we call it your cloud. It sounds very customer focused. Yeah? So if we look at the parallel to understand really the business value of this thing, here are some calculations which were made by Gartner, IDC, and of course we have also contributed. So this is this old-fashioned IT, where this total IT spend is, let's say, 100. Yeah? If you implement vSphere or virtualization, you save something like 9% of your IT budget. If you, and you have to be in the set, of course, a certain scale, if you move to public cloud, and since there are quite a few of them currently, so there is already some price war, you can see some additional 2% savings. Yeah? And if you do hybrid cloud, so you take the best from pure private and public cloud, then we kind of promise you that you will save some additional 4%. Yeah? Now it's up to you to decide whether 4% is enough to move. Yeah? I believe sooner or later, even 1% will be enough. Yeah? So as you know, the economy is not in a good shape currently. Yeah? So every liter saved makes some sense. Yeah? Just to make some parallel, you can compare this to the transport. Yeah? So we are moving every day, and we are using public transport and cars, private cars. Yeah? So as you know, the Americans now have a car which can fly. Yeah? So more or less you can cover more or less all distances with this car. Yeah? But I'm not sure whether you would allow this car to land in the middle of Vilnius, yeah? So there's probably not space. So it's always a kind of a combination of private transport and public transport, yeah? It depends on the distance, depends on the size of the city, yeah? For example, if you reach any big city in Europe, like Paris or I don't know, even Vienna, I'm based in Vienna, yeah? So the best, the fastest and the cheapest way how to get in the center of the city is to park your car. It's called P&R, park and ride, and use the metro, yeah? By far. Yeah? So that's the same analogy with this thing, yeah? So sometimes this public works, sometimes this private works, but in general, this hybrid, the beauty of both worlds should be the best solution. Yeah? So just to show you this cloud directors, this presentation layer, as you know, it's you access it through the browser, and basically all browsers are being supported with some little exceptions. Currently, there is a browser war, so they are coming with a new release every 2 months, even 1 month. Yeah? So sometimes we have to catch up. Yeah? But more or less, if you run Internet Explorer, Firefox, and Chrome, you should be safe. And it's all about to provide to the end user the interface and graphical user interface which they have seen somewhere already. So we are trying to be somehow inspired by iTunes, because most of the people are familiar with iTunes. Yeah. So this is a virtual data center of financial division in a specific organization, and they have some VApps, virtual applications, already they have templates pre-configured for them. So the last thing they have to do is some little customization. Yeah. So the user is accessing the catalog, yeah, and is picking one of those templates, and basically all he has to do is to provide a name, yeah, short description, and he has to provide the 2 time constraints. So for how long he wants to use the server, yeah? It's in days or months, yeah? And in addition, for how long time the data which were created by this application should be accessible, yeah? So basically these two things, click, then the new VApp is being created, and the last thing is to start it, yeah? It's right-click, and it's really created in seconds now, because we start to use, in version 1.5, we start to use technology which is called link clones. Yeah? So these servers are very, very similar. Yeah? So instead of providing the template for every single server, yeah, we are using these similarities, and we are using link clone technology that we are basically storing only the delta, the difference between various servers. Yeah? And this technology we used in the virtual desktops in our Vue product before, yeah. So we just borrow it, and really, people who are using this, they're actually making bets, yeah. The bet is usually, I will show you that I can make a Windows 2008 server in 30 seconds, yeah. And the guy is usually, who knows how to use it, how to use this product, is usually winning the bet very easily. Yeah? So imagine in physical world to provision the server, it's usually months, yeah? 1 to 2 months, yeah? In virtual world, few hours. In cloud, it's few seconds. Yeah? So this technology is, vCloud Director exists, it's already in, I would say, 2nd year. It's widely deployed in the bigger countries, so I have a colleague working from Prague, in professional services, so he's booked till Christmas, yeah, because we want some big projects in Germany, and you know the German economy is doing very well. So the guy is basically, except 2 weeks of the holidays, he's completely booked for these implementation projects in Germany. So basically, this vCloud Director is a little bit more than just this presentation layer, because we are using a new abstraction layer. So this is the vSphere abstraction layer, and we are basically using the resources already, port groups, data store, resource pools, with vCloud Director, and we abstract it a little bit more. So we kind of group it and aggregate it into something we called virtual data centers, yeah, and we group it in some based on the SLA they can provide. So we create something here. It's called bronze, yeah, something from the bronze, you can say something useful but not that fast. Silver should be faster, and of course gold is for most business critical applications where you really have to provide the best SLAs. Okay? So you are using your best storage, your best CPUs, and you don't save on memory. So here is the summary. So basically, that's a marketing slide. I haven't seen anybody able to be provisioned a server, virtual server, in less than 5 seconds, but it's definitely less than 2 minutes. And for those people who are a little bit scared to give the control about the data center or IT resources to these funny guys from finance, HR, marketing, yeah, we have the answer, because we know this stuff, and we call it something role-based access control. So if you do your homework properly, so if you create a user and give him really appropriate rights, yeah, then basically you are definitely not exposed. Yeah? I haven't heard that the user of vCloud Director has screwed up a data center. Yeah? Maybe when they will get smarter, yeah, they will find a way. But in the meantime, we will definitely be able even to go farther with this. Yeah? And of course, this was our part, private part. We work with these cloud providers, and we have two kind of services, or two different types of partner program. One is vCloud Express. This is for the smaller ones, where we offer something like turnkey product. So basically, you get the fully functional portal, where you have also this charging part. So you can start, you install this, and you can start to offer the services of your data center, yeah, globally. If you know how to invoice the people in New Zealand, yeah, you can start from scratch. And then it's something bigger, vCloud Data Center Services. So this is for the big guys, where they have also some enterprise customers. So invoicing is not done through the web with the credit card, but invoicing is done on monthly basis with some different approach. And you see there are some big names here, Verizon. Yeah? So the first one we have in Eastern Europe is Telefonica O2, which happened to be also Czech Telecom. So in Czech Republic, we have vCloud enabled Telefonica O2 service. And as you see, we don't team with just everybody. This is the slightly old, but I believe the one from 2012 would be about the same. So here's the Gartner's view, who is the leader in the market. So you see some companies named here, and they all use vSphere and VMware technology to offer these services. So here are the names, logos, and we are teaming with Google and Salesforce on the platform as a service part. And of course, as a market leader, we are trying to bring some order into this thing. So it's cool to be able to move the virtual machine from Lithuania to New Zealand, yeah? But if it's, okay, so you don't like New Zealand? Okay, so Australia, okay. You know, and if it's 20 gigabytes, yeah, it can take some time, yeah? So we come with the open virtualization format, which is putting some order and also compressing the thing, yeah? So eventually these 20 gigabytes to Australia will happen in a reasonable time. And we also work with these standardization bodies like Distributed Management Task Force, where we have already submitted this vCloud API. So we want to create an ecosystem that, you know, that the companies will start to use this infrastructure and make things better. So, and this is the last thing, this vCloud connector. So basically seeing is believing, I hope. So I mentioned, I will stick to my, oh, I have to go to Firefox. So I mentioned vCloud.vmware. So this is the landing page, and basically you don't need to listen to me. All and much more what I said is on this page. So here is this vCloud connector. So you can basically download it. You can get some hints how to install it. Here is this vCloud ecosystem, which I mentioned. So you click on, for some reasons, EMEA is still with Africa. So you see here the list of the cloud providers which are active in these countries. And basically, you can click on test drive. And you have to click first, okay. And then you can see, of course, these guys will want to know everything about you, yeah. But then they will offer you a test drive where you can send your VM and try to start to use this service, yeah. And also you have the community, so you can, you are on Facebook, I guess, yeah, so you can become a fan, please do it, yeah, it helps, yeah. And if you want to learn, yeah, you can go for official VMware training, but you can skip it, yeah, if you're a guy who can learn from documentation. So now we offer all kind of documents here, which will help you to master this subject and to become more or less self-efficient. Yeah. So the only thing to remember is this thing, vcloud@vmware.com. Yeah. And at last not least, I also want to show you that the thing really works. This is a pre-run demo, but basically it represents it's a true story. Yeah, it's a demo, but just to avoid this network influence, I have chosen to run this demo in this way. So you see, this is a typical setup, which probably most of the customers in Lithuania has at three servers in a cluster. And you see, I'm happy to have it HP. Yeah, so in demo it's HP, so it fits into today's agenda. I'm sorry for Cisco friends. Yeah. So that's basically what you see every day, and this is a vSphere client. Yeah. And your little company is basically developing a web shop application. Yeah. And it looks like that you are very close to become a millionaire, provided you will provide enough resources to your web shop application. Yeah. So it's a hit. Yeah. 1 million people of Lithuania are ready to buy a product. Yeah. But your little tiny infrastructure comprising of 3 powerful HP servers is not able to handle it. So with our technology, you can still manage, and very simple. So first thing, believe it or not, you have to start with power off. We cannot send a running VM to cloud yet. We are working on it, yeah, but we know only how to do it with the powered off, yeah. So you see that here in the taskbar, you see that something is happening. So it's powered off. So what next? So you go to home, yeah, and you have to basically think. You have to choose from the cloud providers, yeah. So you have to add cloud, and it's very simple. You choose one which is okay. You choose whether you have vCenter or vCloud Director. So you are proud to have vCloud Director. Yes, sorry. Yeah, okay, vCloud Director. Cloud name. Yeah. Username. So basically few little things. And you see that suddenly you have in your vSphere client already, this is your infrastructure, yeah, your private cloud, and suddenly you already have a public cloud provider who can offer you basically two SLAs, a basic or commit, yeah, where he has some demo just to attract you. So the last little thing, yeah, so now you can access this cloud. So the last little thing is to basically to send your thing, copy to, yeah, everybody knows how to copy, yeah, called, so your web shop application, which is your future of your company, and you, because you believe that there will be million hits this weekend, so you better take the better SLA. And basically you see now your 30 gigabytes in a unbelievable speed is moving. This is a demo, yeah? So we are not in this business, yeah? Of course, if you will have a terabit link to UK, it will move like this. But that's not part of our job, yeah? But what is really our job is that at the end, your web shop application is ready to be used. It runs on much more, faster, bigger infrastructure, yeah. And your cost to your organization is basically, well, it depends how good you are with negotiating, of course, yeah. But definitely, it will be faster and better. Work. What is this? Your cloud or hybrid cloud? No revolution, no need on your side to forget what you are using today. Just a little bit improve it, enhance it, yeah, and you will enter the clouds, yeah. Simple as that. So, any questions? Who will try it? Yeah, well, at least one. Okay, thank you. Okay. No, it's really, it's fun, yeah? Just give it a try. If you have, all you need to have is vSphere and vSphere client, yeah? And vCenter, of course. Okay, so that's it from my side. I know it's not correctly written, but it's Achu, yeah? And in the afternoon, I will have something still about the VCOps, our management product, which fits into this strategy. It will be in the next room. Okay, so Achu, and enjoy the day.